And Omar's Democratic challenger says she's not cute enough to hold office. Is this what we're doing? I think she's darling. But is this what we're doing? Is that what her contribution is? Look at her skin. She's flawless. But again, why do we have to even talk about that? I'll give you the details. Who's behind this? Her mother, Jones, former Minneapolis City Council member Don Samuels, one of the primary challengers to Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat out of Minnesota, mentioned a reason he thinks she's unfit for office. Omar is allegedly not cute enough. During an appearance last week on the weekly politics podcast, The Breakdown, one of the co-hosts asked Samuels to elaborate on his criticisms of Omar's alleged lack of town halls and constituent services. Here is how he responded.
And so to see government not be responsive like that to the people who pay them, it is offensive to me. And to not be responsive and available to those people, to meet with them and find out what their concerns are and to answer their tough questions, to not get back to people on the phone. Who do you think you are? And who do you think you're working for? You're not cute enough. You don't dress well enough. Nothing about you is attractive enough to overcome that deficit.
I do some media training, and I just a thought, if you're not prepared to answer the question, it might even be better to just say pass. I love stream of consciousness, but what the hell? Congresswoman responding on X saying, quote, "This is beneath the dignity of any adult, let alone someone seeking public office. It is reminiscent of the worst kinds of lies and misogyny that we are hearing from people like Donald Trump, who think they can say anything about women and get away with it. Like Trump, instead of engaging in an adult debate, Don Samuels relies on lies and sexism. We need civility now more than ever, and Don's behavior should be alarming to anyone who agrees." Omar's senior advisor also disputed Samuels' claim about her alleged lack of town halls, writing on X that the congressperson has held multiple town halls every quarter this year. An Eventbrite page advertising Omar's town halls appears to show she has held 6 this year, 5 of which were in person. Mother Jones with the data there for us. Now, in a statement provided to Mother Jones, Samuels, who nearly ousted the 3-term Congresswoman as the Democratic House nominee in the 2022 primary, coming up just about 2,500 votes short, said Omar's repost mischaracterized his comments, which he claims weren't about her specifically, but were instead about politicians who talk the talk versus walk the walk. Mr. Samuels? Hello, Mr. Samuels. That's you. We just heard your comments. That's you, okay? You made up something about it that wasn't true, and you were talking about her. At least that's what I heard. That's what I heard. When he announced his challenge, well, there's this one first, another quote. "In listening to my full answer, it's abundantly clear that I'm talking broadly about politicians who value their own celebrity over the needs of their constituents," Samuels added. "We shouldn't be surprised Representative Ilhan Omar saw herself in my response." There was a song. Was it "You Must Think This Is About You"? Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So that's really what he's accusing. And this is really, again, I have to, perhaps my vocabulary is off today, but again, I'm coming back to the word dippy. We just heard what you said, sir, and you were talking. You said she's not cute enough and she doesn't dress well enough. That's what you said. When he announced his challenge to Omar earlier this month, Samuels, who has also come out swinging against Omar's critiques of U.S. support for Israel and policing in Minneapolis, pointed to last year's contest, claiming that the race laid the foundation for a rematch that holds the promise of a better future for a district. But that was also before he insinuated that the incumbent's appearance shapes her ability to govern. Disagree with me all you want. Go ahead. But what do you want me to say when you start pointing to my outfit, the way I look? Again, how can this person be qualified for this public position? Yasmin, if any woman votes for him after hearing that, I don't understand it.
Yeah, but women will vote for him because we've seen them vote for even bigger misogynists in the past. I would love to see a much cuter Congress. In my opinion, there's a lot of people in Congress currently who I would, sub out for cuter counterparts if I could, right? But like this whole thing is so ridiculous. I'm inclined, I want to defend her, right? She's a mother, she's 41. She looks incredible. As you said, she has flawless skin, but I shouldn't have to say any of that. It almost
That part.
cheapens the point, right? Even if she happened to not look as good as she does, it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only things that should matter are her policy positions and her effectiveness in office and how much her constituents like her, just how good she is at her job. He's citing some kind of pretty privilege that Ilhan Omar is apparently exercising without, having the right to, at least in his opinion. He sounds uneducated, he sounds ignorant and simple, and he clearly has nothing better to say. If he wanted to criticize her political positions, fine, that's good, and he should do that. That's what our political system is designed for. But he's not even doing that.
No. Listen, if you want to critique her appearance, NBC had a show about it. There were those 5 guys, and they would size you up and put you back together. And they did it with love. They were very kind, actually. Do a show like that. Leave the Congresswoman alone. And you weren't even right about most of her town halls were in person, 5 this year in person, and then another one. What about you, Samuels? You're up. You got next. We'll follow the race and the fallout